Julie from Washington. Dear Pastor Dennis, thank you very much for your wonderful teachings. You're welcome. It's a labor of love, believe me. Whenever I try to explain what really happened in the garden and who the Kenites are, I'm told no, it was just an apple. And they think I'm crazy for thinking such a thing. When I learned of this by watching your program, it all made perfect sense to me. I can see why there will be so many in bed with Antichrist and follow him. My question is Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 5 through 13. The four-sided creatures, does it mean four different dimensions or countries? The four living creatures in Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 5 and the following verses are the same as the four beasts of Revelation chapter 4, verse 7. If you're familiar with the Greek and the Hebrew names for them, it's Zun and Zoe. Their original, their function to this day is to protect the throne of God. I think it's very interesting to study Israel's encampment. And you had a certain setup, and that was all by God's design. And if you study Numbers chapter 2, there were 4 of the 12 tribes of Israel that had a camp, and they were on the 4 sides of God's throne. Judah, the symbol of a man, which was the face of one of the 4 beasts of Revelation, also Ezekiel chapter 1, Judah was the lion, I misspoke. Reuben was the symbol of a man. Now, each tribe had a flag that had a standard on it. The lion of Judah was their standard. Reuben was the sign of man. Ephraim was the ox or calf, and Dan the eagle. I think, it's going to be very interesting to see what it is, the setup in the millennium, or better yet, in the eternity. Something to do with those 4 camps of the tribes of Israel is got something to do with the Zun and the Zoe. I'm sure of it. It's going to be interesting to find out what that is in the future. John in